the best win that I had for this week, I had Broncos. They win 8 straight. They win at home at versus the Chiefs. They win 22-19. Plain flat and simple, like Bo Nix was the reason why they won this game finally. I think
Yeah.
that there's like a highlight reel of this season where like Bo Nix misses the deep throw on a guy. Like there's probably a million throws like that. I'm so hot and cold on him, but I think Tyler texted me and you the other week, and he was like, "Who are some teams that like scare you the most in the NFL?" And I put the Broncos like firmly on that list because they, at a point, like you have to put aside the fact, like I listened to a podcast today where somebody said the Chiefs. Well, the Chiefs are losing close games and they're just unlucky. It's like, okay, well then, like if you're doing that comparison on the flip side of things, you have to sit there and be like, well, the Broncos are winning close games and they're doing it at a consistent rate. And they look pretty good. They have a great defense, obviously. Their offense is hit or miss at times, but I think that they can do enough to like win these football games. And they're 2 close games away this season from being completely from being undefeated. They obviously lost to 3 to the Chargers, and then maybe on one of the worst calls of the entire year this year was that like leverage call against the Colts,
Yeah.
and then they lose by 1 to them. Their defense is allowing 17 points per game. They've only allowed 17 touchdowns this year. They have 49 sacks on the year, and they're playing with their hair lit on fire legitimately every single year. The offense is a little bit limited, as I like stated. Obviously, the J.K. Dobbins injury hurts a little bit, like losing him, but maybe they can
Yeah.
have that running back by committee and figure it out. I think that they can do that. I think RJ Harvey can be good enough. And no reason to consider this team not one of the top teams in the NFL. They go out every single week and take care of business. And then the last thing, and then you can chime in and we can talk from there. We compare the models of what has been successful in the NFL over the last few years, and that is like high end elite defensive play,
Yeah.
and then like an offense that has a good run game and can get it done in the passing game from time to time. I think of like the Bills, Chiefs, and Eagles who have been
Yeah.
successful in this last like 3 to 4 year tenure. The Broncos are built just like those teams. Do I think that they're going to go out and win the Super Bowl this year? I think that would be a little bit of an overstatement, but I think that they're firmly in the mix of being like a true contender in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to admit it, but I think it's time to say that I was wrong about the Broncos. This team is the AFC version of the Eagles. And I think you covered that great with what you just said there. They are phenomenal on defense and they just find ways to win on offense and win these tight close games. And that's extremely similar to what Philadelphia has done the last handful of years. It's not necessarily pretty week to week with how they do it, but they continuously are pulling these games out. And Bo Nix is playing at his best when it matters most and figuring out ways to win every single week. So I agree with you. I think this was the best win of the week. And I don't think it was particularly close. I have another game that isn't as good, but I think just from like a uh, overall, like if you're a fan of this team, you're probably like, "Holy shit, I can't believe we're finally at this point." But yeah, the Broncos are good. They're one of the best teams in the NFL, and they're just going to be a tough out. That defense is just so nasty, and their offensive line has been doing a very good job too.
Yeah, I think no matter what, I know that the Chief you can sit here and say the Chiefs are 5-5, but regardless, you look at the Chiefs as like a still is a top contender. I forget what website it is exactly, but if you put the Chiefs up against any team on a neutral field in the entire NFL, they're favored against them on like a website that like predicts lines or something like that. So
Yeah,
obviously everybody still thinks very highly of the Chiefs. They're obviously still the team to beat, even though they're currently not in the playoffs. And to go and to win a close one against the Chiefs, where historically the Chiefs have won those close battles like that against all teams, like including the Broncos over the last few years, you have to sit there and be like, that's a really great win for us. And we feel good about that moving forward because in the past, we're not winning this football game.
yeah, and with that win against the Chiefs, they're sitting firmly atop of the AFC West, and I don't really think like the Chargers are dealing with all these injuries. I don't think they stand a chance The Raiders are done for, and then the Chiefs are obviously sitting there at third place. But I think obviously this is going to be Denver's division at this point. I just don't think that the Chargers have enough left in the tank to. You could.
There's a fly in my room. Sorry.
No, I just don't think the Chargers are healthy enough to be able to pull this comeback off. And even if they were, I mean, I know that they won at the beginning of the year against the Broncos, but I'm sorry, they played. They didn't play at the beginning of the year yet, did they? I'm thinking of the Chiefs.
They have not.
Even if they were healthy, this Broncos team is just playing on a different level right now.
I just spit it. Good girl, we're getting paper as a passion. Collect the stacks and bring it back, man, and take vision.